Heavy is the head that has to manage all of this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
We're now incentivized to buy what we already buy.
Fumbling through college had me building.
I also got some done on the other side.
And that was right around, I would say, May, maybe, right before renewing the lease for this property.
Welcome to the channel, Martha.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, I was going to say, I am getting up there in age, I'll tell you what.
Bills paid by other people, life was never this good. I had to step back, knowing that it's...
Money Team investors, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk about inflation actually staying the same. I was about to say going up because we're so used to inflation rising or not being on target. But this time inflation was on target at 3.4%. So when the Fed released that data showing that inflation is at 3.4%, it was actually on target. So this caused one thing to occur, which was for the stock market to rise. Now you might be asking, this is not what the Fed has been wanting, right? They want inflation to be at 2%. They want it to get down to 2% and stay at 2% before they will even consider to lower interest rates. And now we're seeing how the market kind of revolves or works without essentially help from the federal government, right? Or from the Fed, I should say. Because if the Fed has interest rates hovering around the high 7s, 8%, and we're still seeing a discounted car market in terms of financing, lease options, all these things that are available at zero APR or 0.99% financing on certain vehicles like a Tesla Model Y until the end of May. These things are, kind of anomalies, especially in these high interest rate environments. But it is an incentivification for you to go out and buy these vehicles. Seeing something like that can be very enticing, especially in this type of environment. Now, another question that I have for you is, did people's incomes increase at the same rate, right? So we're seeing inflation go up 3.4% just in the month of April. And that does give a little bit of cause of concern because, we're not getting a raise every single month to match inflation, right? So if inflation is at 3.4% for the month of April, it is, again, shrinking how far your dollar goes, how much you will be able to spend on certain goods and services. And so over time, what will happen is that shrinkage of your wallet will then cause you to start to do different things or not get as many things as you once did. So for example, maybe your vacation gets cut short. Maybe you don't buy the same food items that you once did. So all these things are impacted by inflation. And then over time, you'll start to see that impact more and more broadly, right? So again, as you all know, I'm a big foodie. So when I go to Sam's Club, I love getting Wagyu steak. Now I don't even see Wagyu steak in Sam's Club at all because it's just too expensive. People stopped buying it. And I used to love it. I'm talking about 2021, 2022. I was always getting the Wagyu steak. If my memory serves me correct, at the time, you could probably get 2 steaks for like $25. It couldn't have been like $30 because I probably would have stayed away. But you can get 2 nice Wagyu steaks for like $25. And I would always compare it to going to a restaurant and knowing that if I wanted this same Wagyu steak, it would cost me $60 at a restaurant. So I was more than happy to buy 2 for about $25. Then in 2023, I still bought the Wagyu steak, but now it was 2 for $40. Still, I considered this a good deal as I could now splurge on this, but not as frequently as I once did. And so I decided, okay, certain times, if I have a girl over, we'll eat some Wagyu steak. or if I have some family that I want to, just give them a nice meal, I'll order some Wagyu. But outside of that, it was no longer something that I would just frequently purchase and put into my cart. Over time, I then saw Wagyu steak at like $60, $70. And I said, for $70, I'm not about to be spending that much on some steak. And the reason why I said that is because I'm comparing it to all my other shopping needs. Typically, I'm around $200 to $250, unless I'm buying certain other things like toothbrush, toothpaste, Listerine, mouthwash, lotion. Those things run up the budget a little bit more on certain months. But for the most part, a Wagyu steak can be a third of that budget. I didn't have a budget at the time, but as you know from watching my previous videos, I now do have a budget. And so $70 for 2 pieces of steak was absolutely ridiculous. And now, because demand is no longer there based on the cost, it was just simply removed. Again, people's incomes remaining flat. Now, what if your income rose as inflation was rising? You would start to look at things a little bit differently. Okay, if my income tripled, just like that Wagyu steak tripled, it would be of no consequence, right? I would absolutely go ahead and get that steak. It would still be in Sam's Club today, and we would be enjoying ourselves, right? We would be feasting instead of looking towards famine. And so inflation hitting 3.4% was actually good news for the market because it lowers the risk of you being priced out quickly, meaning you have a little bit more money on hand. And what will you do with it? If you have more money, you'll invest it. Where is the easiest place to invest? The stock market. And so when they see things like that, they instantly want to jump on that. They instantly want to gravitate towards that because they want their money working for them as much as possible. And these are the people looking for any signs of weakness, any inch that you'll give them, they're looking for it so that they can go ahead and just pounce and get whatever gain they can, especially in these marketed environments. So if you want to know more about inflation at all, if you have any questions about it or in regards to it, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll be more than happy to address that. And if you have any questions of other topics that you want me to go over, again, in the comment section down below, I'll be more than happy to write it down and cover that in later topics. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.